And now there only were 8. Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League quarter-final draw has been made. In the Champions League, the teams that have made it: Atletico Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, PSG, Barcelona, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Man City. Teams in Europa League: Benfica, Olympique Lyon, Martial, apologies, Liverpool, Atalanta, AC Milan, Roma, Leverkusen, West Ham. In Europa Conference League: Aston Villa, Lille, Olympiacos, Fenerbahce, Victoria Plzen, Fiorentina, Club Brugge, and PAOK. Yes. And I feel like you already know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna make up my predictions, what I feel like is gonna happen, who's gonna win the Europa League, Conference League, and of course the Champions League. And I guess let's start off with the lowest one, kinda. Europa Conference League. I feel like the one that is standing out the most is obviously Aston Villa, but Aston Villa also has a big matchup as well in that quarterfinal against Lille. Lille is a pretty good team as well, pretty strong, and I feel like one of the toughest opponents as well that are still in this. If Lille makes it through, I feel like Lille could win this. If Aston Villa, then I feel like Aston Villa is gonna win. Fenerbahce, I feel like should win that. They have a stronger side. I feel like I can't see Olympiacos win this one. I'm sorry. The complete opposite side, I feel like pretty two obvious clubs as well, who I feel like is gonna make it to the semi-finals. I feel like Fiorentina should take it against Plzen, and Club Brugge against PAOK. Well, I also feel like not PAOK. I feel like Club Brugge also should win that one pretty easily. So my predictions for the semi-finals, I reckon Fiorentina against Club Brugge, and on the other side Aston Villa against Fenerbahce. I think Aston Villa is gonna win against Lille. I think Fiorentina is gonna win against Club Brugge, and Fenerbahce is not gonna win against Aston Villa. And in the final, I reckon it is going to be Aston Villa winning against Fiorentina. Fiorentina, I feel like, is gonna be the runner-up of the Europa Conference League. Europa League, I feel like all of us want to see Leverkusen and Liverpool final, and I think that's also gonna happen. But to be honest, Leverkusen actually, I feel like, barely made it out. They are still unbeaten, of course. If they gonna keep doing this, keep leaving the game so late on to win it, maybe Leverkusen might take a first loss, maybe, I don't know. They have a tough opponent, West Ham. I mean, all of these teams are, I feel like, kind of tough opponents, so it's not gonna be easy, but I feel like still Leverkusen is making it at least to the semi-finals, if not the final. On the other side, low-key, I feel like Roma might take it. It might sound crazy, but I feel like Roma is gonna win against AC Milan. I don't know why, I just feel like it. And Liverpool against Atalanta, I think, well, seeing what Liverpool did to Prague, I don't think Atalanta stands any chance. On the other side, Benfica against Martial, I think Martial is gonna take it. Aubameyang is also on fire currently, so I think semi-finals, Liverpool against Martial, and Leverkusen against Roma. And the final, I reckon in the semi-finals, Leverkusen is gonna beat Roma and Liverpool is gonna beat Martial. And I think we are gonna see that really wanted final, I feel like, Liverpool against Leverkusen. And actually, I don't know who is gonna win the final. I wanna say Leverkusen just because they are still unbeaten. And you know what? I feel like Leverkusen is gonna go unbeaten, maybe even whole season. I feel like there is gonna be history made, for sure. Well, we shall see in the future, I guess, how this ends up. This might age badly, this might age in a good way, you know? And now the biggest one of them all, the Champions League, the big boy. Wow, the teams that have left, obviously we can see PSG, Barcelona, Man City, Real Madrid, Atletico, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern, Arsenal, very big teams. So let's start off with Atletico against Dortmund. That is gonna be a very tough match, I feel like. Very strong sides, both are, I feel like, pretty even, I would say, for the most part. So it's kind of difficult to predict a winner out of that. I want to say Dortmund. I think Dortmund is gonna take it. Maybe, I mean, it's really tough to predict a winner out of that. Maybe Atletico, maybe Dortmund. I mean, it's one or the other, isn't it? But yeah, but I will say Dortmund for that match. And on the other side, we have PSG against Barcelona. Obviously, I'm a Barcelona fan, and I'm still gonna say Barcelona is winning that one. I feel like Barcelona is now in a great form. They didn't have great form first in like the first half of the season, but now they have picked up in a good form, feeling good. I feel like on the pitch as well. I feel like PSG has kinda not as in a great form as they used to be. They also have been not playing as good in the league as well, I feel like. So I feel like Barcelona should say that one. I really do. I really hope so. On the opposite side, we obviously also have very big matchups, and the biggest one of them all, Real Madrid against Man City. Pretty much, I would say, strongest teams currently, to be honest, in the competition. And I want to say that Man City is gonna take it. Also, I hope it's kind of Man City. Otherwise, if it's Real Madrid, then I think Real Madrid might take it, because, you know, they kind of have mostly won the Champions League the most times. So yeah, but I feel like Man City, Bayern against Arsenal doesn't look like, I don't know, doesn't look that tough of a match for Bayern, I feel like. But to be honest, Arsenal is kind of strong. I feel like they kind of got lucky against Porto, to be honest. They barely made it out. I feel like Bayern should say this one. They might bottle like one game. I feel like the other one, they're gonna beat them confidently, and Bayern is gonna be in the semifinals. I really don't see Arsenal in the semifinals. I don't think if they make it to the semifinals, then they have to play against Real Madrid or Manchester City, and then I think they definitely have no chance of winning. If they're gonna be in the final, like, I'm gonna be surprised. From this side, I think semifinalists will be Man City against Bayern, and Man City, I feel like, is gonna make it to the final. And on the other side, semi-finalists, Barcelona against Dortmund, and Barcelona. I'm feeling it, you know. I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling like Barcelona is making to the final, playing against Manchester City, and winning the Champions League. I feel like it's happening. It's happening. We're gonna see if this age is good or bad. I could see a potential memes coming in that, yeah, Barcelona might get even knocked out by PSG, but hopefully they don't. I think Barcelona is winning the whole thing, actually. So yeah, that's my prediction. Barcelona in the final against Manchester City, and Barcelona winning, hopefully. Well guys, let me know your thoughts, your predictions. Also, what are your surprise teams that have made it that far in these competitions? Well then, let's see what's gonna happen then. See you in the future.